Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Trappist. Hope you're having a great day. Today, we're going to figure out how to get this mysterious Borg cube. That's what I'm going to call it. We're going to figure out how to wake up the Borg. Yeah. This cube underneath the ice. What is going on with it? How do we get it activated? All right. Real quick, there was a patch to the game. And from what I can tell anyway, it looks to me like the trade routes are fixed. At least it looks like the ships don't conflict with each other anymore. I do still regularly have ships traveling, basically borderline speed of light every once in a while, just teleporting basically. I do have that happening sometimes. I don't know if it's because of like the game trying to space out the routes or what. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I do see that happening every once in a while still. But other than that, we're solid on the trades, so that's good. We're over here in Zema. And there's two objectives. Supply the Zema reactor with helium-3, which we're going to look at first. And then we need to build 2 additional gravitational wave detectors around Trappist. We're going to look at that second. So first, the mystery under the ice. All right, let's take a look at it. We scroll down here. We're going to see that we've got this underwater storage thing here. And if I click this, I can see a radius in which it can affect, or a radius in which it can... basically like any storage depot, right? The radius in which it has an impact on. Well, the cube falls outside of that circle. And that's why I cannot get that. So to fix this in your game when you play, build the drill closer to the cube. You can kind of see it under the ice. It's just a different color. You can kind of see it. Just build it closer to the cube. Now I can build another drill. That's totally an option. But I cannot delete this one. And I cannot move this one. So this one is a permanent drill. That's just the way it is. One thing you can do, though, and I missed this before, and I actually need to go get some silicon. So I've got 5 people. I got some potatoes here. I got some oxygen here. I don't really think I need all this stuff with me. But you know what I do need with me is silicon. So 1 second. I'm just going to lift this ship off. And we're going to go head over to Haven, which is growing so well. They're up to almost 600 colonists on Haven. And overall, resources that we have in storage are doing pretty well. I got 220 computer chips in here now. I got 115 silicon. So this workflow here is pretty good on, the idea of making chips. We're a little bit short on sand. I'm not going to bother with that, though, because as soon as the chips fill up, because they are filling, so we are now manufacturing more than we are consuming, right? Once this fills up, then this won't get used as much. So this will fill up. And then once that fills up, then the sand will fill up. So I'm okay with that. We'll build it up. I don't need to have anyone else working that industry. One of the industries I do think I need to have a few more people on to kind of focus on a little bit is coffee and soy calf. These are 2 things that are not doing all that well. Coffee's doing fine, but the coffee beans and stuff, maybe that'll fix itself. I don't know. Coffee's almost full now, so maybe that's not a big deal. We do, however, now need to start sending things to Graveyard, because Graveyard has been grown a little bit as well. I've added an extra 2 refineries, and I've also added extra plastic production because we are making a lot of robots. Let's head over to Outland really quick. I just want to kind of give you a brief overview of what I've done. I've added an extra robotics building here so we can have more robots being produced. This thing's entire queue has been made. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and just do that. Now we'll queue up like 30 in each of them now. So another 60 robots from what we have now coming in. But this camp is down to just 32 people, which means the resources we're sending here, like potatoes and having health drinks here and all that stuff, doesn't need to be sent here anymore. The health drinks is fine. That's just going to be an export. But I don't need to send tea here anymore, for example. I don't need to send the soy calf here anymore. That's the kind of stuff that we just don't need to do it because this colony just doesn't have that many people. In fact, they're not even consuming this stuff anymore because they're only tier 1. It's all robots. It's beautiful. So yeah, oxygen and health drink is the only thing I need here. None of those other routes matter. So I could look at some of my other trade routes. You see how they're gonna look at the ships navigating, trying to figure out what they want to do, right? So all these ships that are going through here, these trade routes, which it's too much of a burden to honestly to edit trade routes. I'll we'll revisit this game maybe like, 6 months, 8 months, a year from now, something like that. And hopefully there's some kind of interface for trade routes, because it's just too much of a burden to mess with them, to like say I want to edit this one, because you still got to find individual ships and figure out what they're doing and where, and zoom in and out, move the camera around, and it's just not an elegant solution at the moment. It's very early access, like I said, very early development, so I don't expect it to be right all the time, but that is something I think the number one thing I would think it needs worked on for usability is trade routes, and a UI for it anyway. So what I'll do is I'll just use spare ships, make new routes, and if their ships zipping around doing almost nothing, at least it's not costing me any fuel, right? Anyway, back on topic. I kind of gave you an overview of what we're doing right now. I want to go ahead and get that silicon to Zema Blue. So let's go to Haven. We should have a ship sitting here waiting for this. We just deliver the people, I suppose. So we're up to 600 colonists in Haven now. That's pretty sweet. Somebody mentioned this, and I never knew this function existed, but I'm so glad you mentioned it, and I'm so glad that there's a solution for this that actually is kind of cool. So remember how I said I wish I could just delete things, dump things out of the ship, right? Well, when you're on a launch pad, and pretty much all my ships are going to be like on a pad when I am like looking at their resources, so this is why I didn't see it. When it's on the pad and you hover over top of it, it gives you like tooltips on like what you can interact with, right? So left click or slide to transfer resources, right click to unload, etc. But if you don't have it sitting on a launch pad, that tooltip changes. And it now says land on a space dock or landing pad to transfer resources, or right click and select a location to drop resources in a cargo drop pod. And I can just say, I want it to be there. And just like that, 8 resources at a time, we drop them right there. Now there's potatoes just sitting there. And you know what? These drones, if we ever run out of potatoes, we're never going to run out of potatoes here, but if we ever did, these drones could just head on over and pick them up. It looks like that's kind of what that one just did. Yep, it picked it up. So that's one way we could dump it off. And cool. I didn't know that existed, but that's kind of sweet. All right, I want to pick up silicon. Let's grab... I don't know how much I'm going to need, to be honest. I could just take like 30 of it. We're pretty good on it. What other resources should I bring with me, I wonder? Really low on steel. Need to send steel out this way. And probably need to increase my steel production, that's all Outland right there, right? Let's bring some concrete with me, and let's bring a few computer chips as well. We'll bring this over to Zema. I don't know what we're going to need to Zema, or what we're going to need at Zema, but we'll just bring that stuff over there anyway, just so we're ready to go, okay? Back at Outland, let's see what we can do to increase production here. So obviously it's all about getting the robots to do their thing. If I pause this really quick, this is not growing. It's 0, okay? And even though we're making them and we're using the resources, this is one of the downsides in the game. I kind of wish that it would be more clear. Am I actually using my raw resources right now, even though the product I'm producing isn't actually doing anything, right? We're not actually growing. We're not growing probably because there's 180 bots, and probably because my storage capacity is 180, right? So I can add more bots, but I can't add more bots because my storage capacity doesn't allow me to add more bots, right? It's not about habitats anymore. And I could actually start, tearing all the stuff down and getting steel and stuff for it. But if I'm full on that resource, I won't get anything out of it. You just waste it. And I kind of feel like there should be some sort of notice that pops up, notification maybe over here, like you're wasting resources, and it will tell me why, that kind of thing. Or it would just pause production if the building has like robots. It should be treated like a normal resource, in my opinion. So things like this, for example, you can see this, the water splitter, it stops using water because there's nowhere to store oxygen. There's nowhere to store hydrogen, right? That functionality is built into the game, right? There's nowhere to store the health drinks. So we're going to pause production until there is. I love that, but the robots aren't doing that. So you can create robots over and over again and it won't work. Now, maybe they've been picking them up and I just can't use them. So let's just test and see maybe if I'm full of shit and I go automated depot here and I just click here. Now that's going to raise my storage capacity limits. Okay, did it again with a space bar. that raises storage capacity limits. So do I instantly have more than 180? I don't see instantaneous. So I'm thinking I've been wasting resources this entire time, right? So if you're finding that out, especially if you're making a big robot colony, you have to make sure you have enough storage. And yeah, so anyway, we're going to tear this one down. We don't need this many habitats anymore, right? There's just no need for it because we don't have people here anymore. So yeah, now I have +3. I don't know if that's because there's 2 of them now, so we're making +2, right? So anyway, I'm gonna tear this down. How many habitats do I need? With only 32 people, I probably don't need hardly any, right? I can probably get almost all these resources back. Concrete, steel beams, and computer chips. And, you know, steel beams, concrete, computer chips. I have some capacity for these things. So, yeah, let's tear down these habitats and get those resources back. We'll just do that. Yeah, so we should be full on most of that stuff now. Computer chips is close. Yeah, 180. No, we're good. I can tear down even more. So tear down this. And now we're up by 15. So maybe it is. Maybe it does get banked. Let's see. Yeah, there's 199 robots. So I'm full of shit. There you go. They make them. They're just not usable, I guess. That's how that's working, because there's no way in hell I just made 20 robots that quickly. So I stand corrected. We watched it in real time. There you go. Thank you very much. All right. So next thing is getting these citizens. I'm almost completely robotic over here. I'm really excited about that. And am I not allowed to? No, I'm not allowed. People are living in that building. Yep. Living. Are you all still living? It's good. So it's probably because there's 10 per habitat, is it? Or 8? 8 per habitat. All right, that makes sense. There's 32 exactly right here. That's fine. Okay, so I need to get my other ship. I've got nothing at the dig, but I do need to bring people over here, or robots over here. Ideally, here's my win condition, my own win condition, all right, for this. And this is, of course, pending the story, because the story can change my win condition, okay? My win condition is to have every single person on a planet that has its own oxygen supply. That's it. Real simple. So like real quick, all of these guys, just bring them here and we're good. And I would say Zema, because I kind of have a tiny spoiler already given to me. Whoops. Please don't do that, guys. I understand that Zema is not going to be a very habitable planet in a second. So I'd have to move everybody who's over here too. But like, if I can have a really functioning colony that has all the resources from all these places being brought into here and having like a colony of 1,000 people, I mean, that's win for me, man. I mean, that just means a stable new start and a new system kind of thing, right? Of course, again, if the story changes my plans, then so be it. We'll do it then. Okay, so yeah, 24 spare colonists over here is pretty nice. I need a spare ship right here. I'm going to say that we bring all the stuff over. We already brought the stuff over to Zema, didn't we? I'm like a freaking bird, man. I just can't stay focused on anything. There we go. It's a squirrel. A dog chasing a squirrel. All right. I brought the stuff over here, all right? And that's fine. We have 50 colonists over here. Let's actually do this and see what we get out of it, okay? So I'm going to come underneath the ice. And this is one thing that I didn't notice I could do, but Dev told me. All right, I had to ask him. I was like, how the hell do you do this then? If I built this in the wrong spot, what do I do? 2 options, right? Build another drill. Or you can zoom in, and I didn't notice this, but the building tools are still available to me under the water. And there's actually something you can build underwater, the underwater depot. It does not have to be in range of this circle. It just has to be in range of this. And so as soon as we build this, it is going to start. Well, at least I thought it was going to start. Oh, wait, there's a little dude right there. A little drone is going to bring helium-3 to this thing. And the reactor should begin. There it goes. Ooh, it's moving. I like it. Oh, go back in. Okay, so it says it's working. The Zema reactor is producing enormous amounts of energy. Most of the energy is released as heat, but we can siphon off a little bit for our own use. If this keeps up, the reactor will soon melt all ice on Zema. Okay, that's the spoiler. It's not going to be inhabitable. I don't know how it's not going to be inhabitable. So somebody's like, you're not going to be able to live on Zema. Oh, okay. Anyway, with a floater inflator. Yeah, once the ice melts, buildings will be in trouble. We need a floater inflator. Okay, a floater inflator. We can produce floaters to keep our buildings safe. Okay, so that's something I need to, I'm assuming, build here. Resources, factories, right here. Floater inflator. I have it in front of the university. We'll put it right over here. There we have a floater inflator. There it is. Produces floaters that can be attached to our buildings at Zema Blue. We'll need enough floaters in storage at Zema Blue for every building. Enough floaters in storage at Zema Blue for every building. What do we have to... Need plastics for this. All right, we'll just build like 10 of them. I'm not sure. 1, 2... I assume the launch pads are buildings too, so... we don't need this. I built this hoping that I could, you know, manipulate it with the cube and everything, but we don't need this, so I can get rid of that. So we just need plastic now. And I also have, of course, the research university, which is not currently being used because there's no research to do. But yeah, is what it is. Okay, so this thing can lift off. And yeah, we've got energy over there now. So actually, we don't need our wind turbines over here either because we have like 316 power. Yikes. It's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, actually. So we're about to get a whole bunch of steel. Do we have capacity for that? No, we do not. Okay, you know what? Honestly, why don't we just put that back then? Where is the thing? Storage depot. We'll just put that back. And you know what? Like, it can be right here. I don't care. Just enough to expand our storage again, right? And that way I can then go in and delete all my wind turbines. There we go. And now all the wind turbines are gone because we don't need them. All right, up to 100 steel. Sweet, we have all that, but we don't have any plastics here. So let's head over to my ship. Plastics are made at the graveyard, so we'll send that ship over to the graveyard. Haven, still looking really bad with the soy calf. We're good on coffee, but the soy calf is a problem. So we got 26 extra people. Why don't we deal with that? So we need the soybean farms, and I guess we'll just add some more up here. It's kind of not, I'm not compartmentalizing it. Like it's, these fields are like intermixing between each other or with each other. So I guess that's just the way it is. We'll put it right here. It's fine. That's one farm. And then if it lets me do this one here, I can do it. But otherwise I'll just move it away. It's like rocks and stuff. So I didn't think it would let me do that. I guess we could just put it right here. It's kind of cramped, but all right. We'll do that too. And then each one of these are, what is it? Soybeans? 4 soybeans. And then, so that we just made 8 more soybeans, right? Yeah. So I need to have 2 more soy calf. Yeah, I need steel beams. Always needing steel. All right, let's send. Let's do a couple of things here. We want to send. Nothing really. There's no reason to bring all these resources away, right? I'm trying to make life here awesome, so all the resources are coming here, and that means there's not enough steel coming here right now. I have all these ships that are doing stuff, but are you going to... You're going to Haven, right? Yeah, let's alter this route then. You're going to be using steel here, and you're going to be emptying steel in Haven, and you're going to grab steel and fill up right here. There you go. So at least I have a constant supply of steel going to Haven now. I won't have to, you know, mess with that anymore. For 20 robots over. Oh man, this is gonna be sweet. Let me get another storage unit here just in case we need it. Another automated depot. Just stick it right in here. It's fine. They won't even question it. They'll say, oh look, more drones. Hello, brother drones. I mean, it's all automated, right? All the robots are going to say hi to other robots. We probably won't need this then. Yeah. Water splitters? I don't think so. We can stop. We can stop these. And that's it. We now have 32 colonists over what we need for this base to be operational, which means at this time, I can pull the rest of our colonists out of this base. That's it. There are no people on Outland. Mission accomplished. And not only that, but now the robots are going to make more robots. So, awesome. We're going to take just a little bit of steel here with us and all these colonists. Let's lift off and bring them back. Wait, before we do that, let's go to the dig. Because helium-3 has to keep going to Zema. And I do have a trade route that's doing that, but it's getting it from here. And we're probably not producing enough helium-3 for that to be constantly working because we don't have all these turned on right now. So I would like to get all these turned on, but we're going to do that with robots. Let's hop in my spaceship, guys. We're taking off. All right. There are now absolutely no humans on the surface of anything over here. They are all going this way. Everyone's coming this way. Everything here is robotic. And so when I get my ship running over here, I can now delete basically anything that's over here that is not essential to robot life. And I can then just start expanding more steel, everything. And then all I need to do is keep this thing, you know, cranking away. There's 40 more robots queued up. So that's cool. We'll just keep that stuff going. But any trade route that's bringing, you know, survival stuff, like soy calf and shit, like we don't need to do that anymore. And so we'll have to go through those trade routes. I'll do that offline, I guess. I don't want you guys to have to sit through that because it's really not that elegant to do. And yeah, as soon as we get all those trade routes taken care of, that's going to open those ships up to a whole lot of other stuff. That's going to be great. But yeah, soy calf needs to be made more. So I'm going to take, since I'm making more soybeans now, I'm going to go over to, where is it? Factory soy calf burners. I don't want it to stick out like that. 1, 2, 3. More soy calf. Maybe we'll even go even more. I'll stick another soybean farm like over here. There we go. Okay, we have more soybean farms and more soy calf burners. I want to see the supply of the. I want this thing to be like well above 0 all the time. It would be really nice to see. Computer chips are starting to fill. This is good news. As soon as it does, silicon will begin to fill, and then the sand will begin to fill. So that's all right. Oxygen being in here is a little weird because these guys have like an infinite oxygen supply here, so we shouldn't need to worry about that either. Let's 39 people. I can't offload any of them, so I'm out of housing. Now, one of the things I could build, instead of having more pioneer camps, I could do apartment complexes. Provides more living room for the colonists and nicer places, right? Let's start making this place nicer. And I'm thinking the apartments and stuff, we probably don't want them next to all the ships and the industry and stuff. That would be all very dirty, right? Ugh. No, we're going to bring them out in the country. We're going to say that these guys live, how about on this side of the rock, like over near the solar panels and stuff. We'll put them over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 apartment complexes. And each of these hold 24 colonists. Wow. Not only is there more room per colonist, but there's also more colonists per building. I love it. And now I can start deleting some of these because there's just no need for this many of them. So bye. And I can start getting rid of a lot of these things and replacing them with other buildings if I want to. And they'll all live over here. And let's make sure they have a good supply of the things that they need, though. So we're going to say a storage depot goes, right here, just so it covers that area. And then the storage depot can provide for all the houses and stuff that need that stuff. We're going to need more health drinks, but since all the people are living here, that means all the health drinks need to be shipped here. So there's probably a ship that comes into Haven. Got to find all the damn trade routes. this one right here, let's pause. This one right here is loading health drinks, 40 of them. And then I want you at Haven to go ahead and deliver all health drinks. Yeah, like that. So I got distracted with all those other places. Like a squirrel, right? Got distracted and I went back to check Zema because I forgot what I needed to bring here. I was like, silicon, right? No, I don't know what it is. It's plastic. I need to bring plastic here. Look at the ice. Pretty cool, like little effect. It's almost like showing us that it's almost melted, right? And of course, that's bad things. I would assume bad things for people on the surface, right? So we probably should hurry up on that. So why don't we go back over to where the plastic is being created? You had 10 plastic in the graveyard. We're going to take all of it. Yeah, we're going to take all the plastic into this ship. And as it makes more, I'm just going to keep pulling it in because kind of needs to happen. I need a whole bunch. I think 14 is good enough just to kind of like try to save people, right? I want to save people. Let's go a little bit more. We'll be a little adventurous here. Let's get the plastic right here, 16. Like all these ships are coming in, trying to steal it. And they're actually, you know, negotiating the landing pads and stuff pretty well now. So I think we're good with that. Let's go 18 plastic here. So we'll take the 18 plastic and we'll go all the way back to Zema Blue with that plastic. But I love this effect though. It's really cool because you can see all the way through it like it's water. I mean, it's very thin ice, and this is kind of stuff that you would see with thin ice, I guess. Yeah. All right, cool. So we're landing here. Here we go. Drop off the plastic, and then we have 10 floaters in the queue, right? So I guess this thing's just going to start making them. Oh, the drone, right? Has to bring it there. Cool. Drones will start making it, and now we're making floaters. Cool. Now, the real question is, one, will we have enough of them ever, right? I don't know. Let's go ahead and save. Buildings with floaters will not sink in the ocean while the ice melts. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. Did I build this out of range? But it's got... If you have access to plastic, though... If you have access to the plastic, then you have access... Like, we can pick up the floaters. Yeah, one floater ready for pickup. Okay. So they just need to be picked up before we can add them. So, like the university, for example, we would just attach the floater there. Okay, there it goes. There's like a little flotation. Yeah. Well, at least I thought it was. Yeah, there it is. A little flotation device on it right there. That's pretty cool looking. Okay. Probably should attach some to our landing pads. That makes sense to me. At least one of these. Oops, I can't do it while there's a ship on it. Okay, I guess that makes sense. There you go. All right, cool. So it looks a little different. It's got flotation devices on a ship landing pad. I love it. We're going to need to probably bring more plastic. So why don't we head this, bring this up, and we'll go back to Graveyard with this. Now, while we're in Graveyard, I would like to also build one of our 2 additional gravitational wave detectors. I think that makes sense. So the first one is over on the dig, right? So we need 2 additionals. It needs to be kind of spread out. The farther away, the better, right? So Graveyard seems like a good place to do it. So I'd like to build one of those. So if I could, it's right here. It takes 4 plasteel bricks and 2 silicon and then 32 energy. Probably better off trying to do this in Haven. Yeah, probably better off doing this in Haven because Haven has all that stuff right now. So I guess I'll just build it here. So Haven will have this 32 energy, which I don't have spare right now. I mean, I could build it, but Haven's got so much stuff going on with it. I have 129 steel, so I'm good on energy. We'll just do more energy here until I get to like over 32 energy, I guess. I already have it. 52 energy surplus. So we'll take the gravitational wave detector and we'll put that like, I don't know. Where should we put it? Huh? How about we put it over here near the ship? So we'll just put it over here like this, near the ship. All right, there it is. So gravitational wave detector is now on the surface. of the desert planet as well. That gives us one additional one. And then that means all we need to do now is build one more. And I think the one more I'm going to build is going to be on the arc. I think that's a good place for it because we can then move the arc. If we need to be further away, we could... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. It's all water. It's all water, guys. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I didn't put a floater on the floater thingy. The floater inflator doesn't have a floater. And I can't either. Why? You didn't make enough? You had 6 in the queue. I had... Wait, didn't I have enough plastic for you to make this many? It's 4 plastics. Yeah, I thought for sure I brought more than 12. So the drill got one automatically. That's interesting. This got one automatically. That's interesting. This didn't get it. So we'll have to add one to this to keep it afloat, I guess. And then all the homes, all the homes are gone. Oh my God, I'm such a terrible person. All right, so 4 plastics takes 15 seconds to build. Yeah. This building sank. Attach a floater to restore the building. Well, the floater has to be making the floater. What have I done? What have I done? Okay, hold on. So, plastic, right? We don't have any plastic here. We have 39 colonists here, though. We can just dump them off, but I'm going to take them to graveyard because I got a feeling we need to make a lot more plastic over there. So, you know what? I'm going to take the rest of these guys to graveyard. Yep, we're going to take them to graveyard. Let's unpause really quick and get these guys to move over here, please. There we go. And then in storage, we only have 2 plastics, so I'm working on that. Let's get another landing pad. Oh, really? I don't have any concrete here. I was just at my concrete center, and now I don't have the concrete. All right, let's get that plastic out of here. We're going to move this to Zema now, I guess. Where's my ship with colonists? Let's dump colonists here. We have 50. Oh, wow. Never mind. We're way high in surplus on colonists here. Let's use this. So we need more plastic. Let's go with factories. And we need refineries. Requires concrete. Requires concrete. Plastic requires concrete. All right. I was just there. All I had to do was know ahead of time what I needed, right? Are you going back to Zema? Wait, what happened to the ship that had... Oh, I think you went on the Ark. Health drinks and the plastic. Yeah, let's also get the plastics off the Ark as well and bring those to Zema. All right, maybe if I get the plastics there, it'll work. I don't know if it'll make it underwater, though. Because of this red text on there, even if I bring the plastics, I'm not sure it will actually function. Because I think it needs to... I think that's the problem. Even if I bring plastic... Of course, this doesn't work either, so... Yeah, so this is like a chicken and the egg thing, huh? Wait, I'm not like progress locked right now, am I? Did I break the game? Did I find the critical flaw in the plan? Idea. Yeah. Okay, we can build it here. All right, good. So we'll build this here instead, right? And we'll queue up a bunch of floaters to be built over here. And this will just use the plastic that we're already creating in this location. The plastic will just go directly into this building and we'll make the floaters here. And we'll take the floaters over there. All right. So that'll be how we fix that problem. I guess that's a fine thing to do. Concrete, right. Haven. Concrete. Hello. Can I have... Yep, that's fine. Give me 80 concrete, please. Back to graveyard with the concrete, and then we'll be able to have... I want to, like, 2x my plastic production. The ocean at Zema Blue is perfect for cultivating seaweed. A seaweed aqua farm would be a good source for health drinks. Okay, so are you guys suggesting that I should actually have people stay on Zema? We go on Waterworld with this thing? All right. I mean, is that what Is that the intention? I'm supposed to actually keep people here? Okay. Okay. You know, real quick, let's add a couple more pioneer camps. They're really cheap. Just so I can get the people out of here. Because I'm going to upgrade my production right now anyway. So let's get all the people on the surface. There we go. All right, now we want to build the... Which one is it? Not the floater thing. It is refineries, which requires the steel. I didn't have steel beams here either. I could have swore I had trade routes bringing steel beams here constantly. No? I feel like we're just not making enough of anything I need, you know? Is that the way it always goes, right? You have to make more. Let's get rid of the water splitter. And we don't need those anymore. We're not going to need this anymore either. I have no interest in making more ships, so we can just tear down the shipyard too, I think. There we go. That's going to give me a bunch of stuff, right? Okay. And so now, hopefully the people picking up the steel, I think that's why there's no steel to pick up, because we just didn't have any. So now that I've deleted all those buildings, now the steel's just gone. Yeah, that's the reason why there's no steel at Haven and stuff. Because of that. Like, they're supposed to be bringing these steel to Haven, and now they are. So there we go. Real quick, Outland. So I want to greatly increase how much steel we're producing over here too. And since it's all robots doing it, should be... Oh, you're going to make me wait for the steel beams because the ships are taking all of them? That's how it's going. The ships are stealing them. Come on, let me build it. Right here. There it is. Nope. Almost. What is taking it? Oh, the robot production is probably taking it too. Or the plasteel production is taking it too. So I'm just going to have to like rapidly click. There it goes. Until it just happens to have 2 in stock when I click. And that will allow me to increase my steel production. Hopefully enough to keep up with the robots. Although all I have to do is really pause the robot, right? If I pause robot production, then that will do it. There's 9 in the queue here, 10 in the queue here. If I just pause this really quick, right? This gives me the workers to create the stuff I want to create as well. So iron mines don't take steel to make, so we'll do that. So more iron mines and then more steel production to go along with those iron mines. And then hopefully this leads to us, especially if we stop making robots, this will also lead to the other planets having steel because they'll be available to pick up from the ships that stop to pick it up. So now when the ship wants it, it'll be available to do so. Yeah. Okay, plasteel plants. Probably need to call it. I think we can probably call it on this stuff. We have enough robots now. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And that's 26 more. This needs to just be a constant automated source of steel, I think. So let's go 1 more here. 1 more here. And then to supply those... Whoops. Yeah, to supply those, we want more iron mines. You can free place these, in case you're curious. There's these different things right here. Freely placed buildings. Or placed along grid. So you can change these things if you want to. There's a lot of controls for this. The game gives you freedom. Well, some freedom anyway. All right, I need to wait till I have 16 steel beams here, which honestly will probably never happen. Because the ships will keep taking it too quickly. But not unless I start going down in what I'm doing here with health drinks. Yeah, there's no colonists here anymore, so we can just delete these buildings too. They're gone. And then I get to... I'll work on the ratios of stuff later, but this is at least enough steel production now to where I can be pretty confident that, yes, we're growing our robot population still, but we're not doing it 2 at a time. That's going to help. And then on top of that, I got to believe this much steel production is going to be enough to... supply the other colony. I need to grab the soy calf from here. I need to grab oxygen is fine to grab, whatever. I need to grab the tea out of here. The potatoes out of here is probably not a big deal. Basically everything that's, you know, colonist survival wise no longer needs to be here, and I can move it to somewhere else. All right, Zema blue. Whoops. Nope. I need to go to a graveyard first. Graveyard now should have floaters. 10 of them. Yep. We got 10 floaters there now. What else can we bring? Let's grab some health drinks. Yeah, just grab some health drinks is fine. I don't think I need to grab any colonists. If anything, there's 68 spare colonists here. I can actually grab some away from it and bring it over to Haven instead, which is exactly what I'm about to do. Yep. So we got 10 floaters in this cargo ship. That'll help. We'll go to Haven really quick, drop off this stuff, and then we'll head over to Zema, which is right here. And we'll drop off the floaters, and then maybe we can save those buildings. Maybe. So drop all that stuff off. What else? Do you want to bring anything? Let's bring some computer chips with us to Zema, just in case. Yeah. All right, good. Lift off, and then this ship is bound for Zema with the floaters. Okay. So the last place for the gravitational wave detector, right, is I want to put it on the Ark. And the Ark, I feel like, has had such a small part in this entire story. I'm not going to say it's disappointing, but I would like to... I don't know. I would like the Ark to have a bigger part. It's a personal desire. I would like the Ark to have a bigger part myself. You just dumping off all the stuff they need, eh? All right. All right, let's get rid of the floaters. And I want to have that landing pad, so now I don't have to shuffle landing pads. I want to get a different landing pad right here, which automatically gets one of the floaters in stock. Good. I need to get the floater thing to have a floater. There we go. So now that the floater thing has a floater, maybe it will use the plastic in storage, which it can't access because it's out of range. So I need this storage to have a floater. There we go. And then will you bring it over there? Looks like it. Good. Okay. And the houses need floaters. Oh, yeah. There we go. Floaters for everyone. Everyone gets... Oh, what? We're one short. Sorry, Timmy. Your house gets to go to the big old blue. Nah, this floater here will be made right now, and then we'll give it to this house here. As soon as I have it. It's got to get picked up, though, right? Yeah. Okay. We are, I think, ready for this ship to just stand to the side. So all these pads are available. Actually, why don't we just put you in orbit because you're easier to see. Blue on blue is not the easiest to see. All right. We have all the buildings with floaters. We now have enough floaters at Zema Blue to keep our buildings safe. Yes. Okay. There it is. Excellent. That's nuts. We got it done, though. 48 people here, man. I feel like I should bring them home, right? We should only have them... I mean, I don't think 48 people is necessary here. But at the same time, there's that whole thing it was talking about earlier about seaweed, right? Because these guys want the health drinks and stuff. So if we produce them here, then we don't need to ship it here, right? That kind of thing. Especially, like, I don't know how we would ever have potatoes growing in the ocean like this, but all right. Okay, so seaweed, aqua farm, 4 plastics needed. Go figure. Well, yep, we don't even have enough for a floater yet, so we'll have to bring more plastics. So that'll be my next route. At least everyone's safe now, but that'll be my next route. So let's bring these people. We'll fill up one compartment. Yep, so that they're not like wasting all the resources here. Since there aren't very many resources here to begin with. We'll bring you guys back over to Haven. These 40 colonists here, we'll bring them to Haven. And then what I think I kind of want to do is I want to get some robots on the Ark so that they can start just like managing things here. And we can start maybe building some things and you know, building certain buildings, whatever. So I'm going to destroy this habitat, this habitat. Let's just destroy the habitats. I don't think we need any colonists physically here. We could do this with robots later on. And that means no health drinks needed here either. Let's bring that down to Haven. So Haven's going to have a health drink deficit here in a second. No, there's 331 here. What am I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about, apparently. Look at this. Over 100 colonists, 121 colonists extra doing nothing. Let's turn on these water turn on the water pumps because we can. And then I just need to start whatever we have a deficit of. I just need to make more of that thing. So soy calf is starting to go up. I like that. Now that we have full on chips, we can be full on silicon, and then the sand can start accumulating since we're not making as much of it. We are still building concrete supply, so we could start looking to doing that. Let's just kind of turn these concrete producers on. We'll get that filled up again. So now we just need to look at making our own plasteel bricks here, potentially. We could look into that. And then there's also the hydrogen, which could be used for the rocket fuel. And so we can make our own rocket fuel here too. But at the moment, I've got 106 people extra. I don't know what to do with them. I could send them to graveyard. You know, there's 32 people extra here. And that's all about like the plastic, right? We can just constantly like expand how much plastic we're producing here. So I kind of want to reorganize this stuff too. I think I'll probably do that for next video. I'll reorganize graveyards so that it's a little more spread out and a little bit more nicer. I'll probably start tearing down these pioneer camps and replacing them with the apartments just to kind of give people that luxury lifestyle, right? So I'll probably start doing that. Same thing here in Haven too. Like these things are going to be way better for everybody, and they all have like all their resources and everything, but they also take up a lot less space. So that's probably what I'll end up doing for next video as well. But the gravitational wave detector, that's what I wanted to complete for this video. I wanted to get that taken care of. So let's see what we need to do for that. We're going to have 4 plasteel bricks and 2 silicon, as well as 32 energy and at least 1 colonist. Okay, well, the 1 colonist is coming from Outland. Where is my... I don't have spare ships over here anymore, do I? I do not. Let's take the ship that was on the Ark. This one's fine. Do you want to take anything to Outland? No, we're kind of wanting to bring things from Outland. So I don't really need to take anything to Outland. Yeah, I mean, maybe some computer chips, but we already have shipments doing that, so not really, no. We'll just launch this and go get it. And then this ship too, I think we'll get this in orbit as well. I don't really need a ship sitting doing nothing at Haven. I can have them do nothing somewhere else, but not at Haven. We need to get also for the helium-3, right? For that, because actually our Zema base is going to run out of power if we don't keep the cube powered. So we need to get some robots down here as well, because there's no actual colonists here. We can tear down the habitats. They won't be necessary. And then any resource that is for survival, like potatoes and stuff, we just make sure we're not bringing it here anymore. But that's, again, this kind of stuff I'll do offline because I don't want to manage my trade routes and stuff with you guys, you know, on the video and everything, because it's boring content. Do you want to try this organically grown, freshly harvested health drink? That's not bad. There'll be plenty more. Achievement unlocked, improved taste. Yeah, so this right here, health drink straight from the ocean. We got that happening now. And that's much better than the health drinks that we were getting before, right? So there actually is a really big need to have a colony on Zema, because this place just straight up or just makes health drinks with no input. That's great. So we're definitely going to want to do that. It just takes plastics, of course, but that's still good. We can handle it if we can get the plastics here, right? So this is where, oh my gosh, hang on. Well, what if I built a plastics factory here? I would need to bring refined oil, but I can also just bring crude oil directly here. Okay, we could do that instead. Why don't we set this up? We can put this way over here. I'll put extra separate storage for this. We'll put that over there with a floater, huh? So there is a plastics factory, right? And then we go in and we grab the oil refinery, and we can place that, let's say, I think these are like a 1-to-1 ratio, aren't they? This produces 2 refined oil, and this uses 1 refined oil. Oh, so it's a 2-to-1 in the opposite direction. So it's 2 of these for 1 of those. Well, I had no idea. So now I got the ratio wrong at graveyard. I need to adjust that. But that's good though. Now that I've figured that out, I'll put this over like this. And then the last thing to build on this side would be the landing pad. Nope. Would be the storage depot, which requires concrete. I can do something about that. Off we go. And actually, Zema Blue and Haven are really close together now, which is cool. So we're almost ready to build on the Ark, but I have a couple of extra things I need to take care of here because I just realized that I'm not sure why I was told I don't really need to worry about colonists on Zema. I don't know. It seems like that's... I mean, maybe it's because the health drinks are easy enough to obtain without that, right? But now I can take all the working robots on Outland and just, you know, bring them to Zema and then just destroy all those extra inputs, all the extra buildings, all the you know, carting oil all the way over there for that. I could just do it at Zema, which is much closer, right? And we don't have to use water because it's straight out of the ocean. It just, there is water, right? So we don't have to provide water as an input anymore. So that's pretty good. Concrete is what I came here for. So we'll grab like 40 concrete. I'll just grab more. We're going to use it, right? So we'll grab that. And then I think let's grab also... we'll bring some more computer chips over to Zema. So lift off we go. Come back over here. And we will drop off all of those things. And then now I can just ship oil here instead. So if I lift off right now, let's lift off this ship. We'll get a trade route for this really quick. And we're going to say for this ship that I want you to go to graveyard, grab oil. 40 is fine. And then come to Zema Blue with that oil. Yeah. And then what you'll do on Zema Blue side is you'll grab health drinks from this side and you'll bring them to Haven on this side. Yep, just like that. And then maybe at the Haven side, you could grab maybe some... we got to find a way to like get more plasteel bricks. I need to work on that too, I think. Plasteel bricks are hard to get, it seems. I was going to say potatoes, but I don't really... What is Zema consuming? Kind of everything. They won't... Do they need water here, though? I mean, they just drink it out of the... You can just drink it straight from the ocean, can't you? Salt water, I know. I get it. All right. So I think that's it for the trade route for that. But that'll give me a nice constant flow of stuff through Zema as it relates to trying to keep this place going. So if I bring oil here, this will process it into fuel. Then these two things will use that to make plastics, and then the plastics will then be used to create more of these farms. So we should have a whole lot of plastics in this area pretty soon, and then I can just expand these farms for the health drinks. And then at that point, Zema has the oxygen covered, water very easy. Potatoes need to come here. And that's kind of it. Just bring the potatoes. Right? Yeah. Okay, building the gravitational thing. Gosh, it's like an hour into this video, and I have just not done the thing that I said I was going to do, which is plasteel bricks and silicon. So, plasteel bricks and silicon. Let's borrow this ship. We're going to take plasteel bricks and silicon. I actually forgot how many I need of each, so we're just going to bring a bunch. This is probably fine. We can bring some silicon. Not sure how much we need. Forgot already. And then we'll dump that off. Lift off. Let's go to the Ark. And the Ark is going to be there. And then Outland, do you have a ship? I do have a ship. I want to take some extra robots. Right? We're going to take like all of these. Let's say, yeah, 13's fine. Unless you're superstitious, and that's a bad number then. So in that case, we'll take 14. We'll lift off. And we're going to bring... This is a trade ship. I selected a trade ship on accident. It doesn't matter. Bring it to the Ark. We're We're going to dump the robots off right here at the Ark, and then you can continue your trade route. Yeah, this one here too. We'll just bring you random ship, go to graveyard. This one here, you look like you're, you know, capable. I'll have you orbit this planet or something. Just get out of the way. Yeah, go down to Haven, actually. Just, you don't really need to orbit in space. Just go to Haven for now. So I have extra ships around to do things later. All right. Ship landing on the Ark. So this is going to give me the robots necessary to work the buildings. And then now I just need to 32 energy. Oh, the helium-3 is not coming here yet. We can fix that too, because Zema Blue doesn't need that much helium-3. Okay, so I've got basically everything I need now to get the construction projects going on the Ark. But I wanted to touch base on the dig because I've added now 19 robots to it. And that's going to allow me to get all of these 4 helium-3 producers going, as well as the gravitational wave detector. I've also clicked on the research lab, and I noticed that there are theoretical projects available, which I had no idea was even a thing. So we got a whole bunch of different projects that are available now in this research lab. Theoretical mathematics, for example. Develop new mathematical models for use in other research projects. Cool. 8 computer chips. Start. I guess that's a thing we can do. So we'll do that. Theoretical physics. Develop new physics for use in other research projects. Okay. Maybe we need some of that stuff too. We can go ahead and start that when it's done. I'm not sure I can queue it up. Let's test. Oh, I can queue it up and maybe do both of them. Cool. So we have that stuff. We want to do theoretical biology. We need some soybeans. Theoretical astronomy. We could have silicon there. Geology will be sand and silicon. Theoretical chemistry. Right? So we can do all these things. And honestly, all of those projects can really easily be done in Haven if it'll let me do that. So if I can do a research university, maybe that'd be kind of cool to have over here, honestly. I need the bricks for that, though. Just a regular research lab will be fine. Just need 12 additional energy. Put that right over here. Make sure we get the energy for that. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3. Sounds good. And then I can now do all of these at this one as well, because I have all the researches for this. So I guess we'll just do theoretical biology. Start that off and see what that does, as well as the geology. We'll just do that too. Cool. So lots of theoretical science there. Sheldon will be pleased. So, Ark, right? We got 14 robots on here, just 2 more than we need. And all we need is to, and we have the power because the helium-3 is now being delivered here. I have the trade routes and stuff delivering to the Ark from the dig anyway. So I should now be able to go in and build the wave detector. If I just place this right here, we'll see what happens. 3 gravitational wave detectors are up and running. It'll take some time to analyze all of the incoming data. Time enough for a coffee? Wait until the triangulated data is analyzed. Galaxy Wide Web, it's called. Cool. That's an achievement. Great. So we did all that for the story, and now we just need to wait. So that is what we're going to do for the next video. We're going to wait. And then we'll bring the next video in when it's time. Okay? So thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys will have a wonderful day. And check out anything else we got going on the channel in the meantime. If you're liking variety, this channel right now anyway has historically always had 2 games going at once, but we got 5 going at once right now. It's a little overwhelming for some of you, I know, for me as well, but I'm having a fun time with all of them, so I don't want to end any of them. That's how it works. All right. I'm not going to add anything new though until we're back down to 2. Okay. All right. Take care. We'll see you. Bye-bye.